run app that will open a browser-based app based on Streamlit. Okay, first step is to just make sure that you have your OpenAI key here, that I have mine over here, and then renew connection. Just make sure that we have a connection. And then you can say that where do you want the result to be saved. I just put it in a folder called review. Now I have an idea abstract generated before, and that's an idea. I just put it in the explaining my research. So this is the research I want to do. So the idea is this digital research assistant is going to help me through the literature review, and at the end it gives me opportunity to ask it question, how can I improve, and all of those. So let's hire the research assistant first. What this step does is that it tries to read through the idea and says that what type of expertise a research assistant would need to be able to do this research very well, successfully. And so these are the expertise. For example, the assistant needs to know about language model development, fine-tuning, and should have the skill set of user interaction and experience design, as well as machine learning evaluation metrics, and ethical AI and bias mitigation, human-computer interaction, and then other skill set that we need for this particular research idea. You can add or remove new skill set if you want. Then once now you hire the assistant. Now you go for prepare. So in this step, we are going to first generate a summary of our idea, which is essentially the LLM is rewriting what I've already written. Then, but that LLM now is prompted by the skill set that the research assistant that we hired the research assistant by. So it is written in a more technical term using the research assistant skill set. And now we ask the research assistant to generate search phrases. So the research assistant reads through this summary that it just generated. We confirmed that it is true because we went, we read it. I didn't, but you can read through, make sure that the summary is aligned with what you want to do, and then ask the research assistant to generate key phrases for you. And then you can say, I want 5 or I want 7. Let's go with 6. And we generate the key phrases. So basically, the research assistant gives you key phrases. So it says that I have to go and search for persona-based alignment LLMs, LLM personalization, so on and so forth. So these are the key phrases. You can change them as well, add, remove, whatever you want to do. Then you go to the research. So basically here you say that which datasets you want to be searched: Google Scholar, PubMed, Semantic Scholar. So I just put these two, and some parameters here that do you want the papers to be old, new. You can change them, number of citations to include the papers, and so on. And then you click on get the papers. So this bit takes a bit of time because that goes through the servers of PubMed and Google Scholar and Semantic Scholar per each key phrase. It generates, actually gets top some papers out of the search engine calling into those repositories, such as Semantic Scholar and Google Scholar. So wait. It goes through all 6 search phrases. So now the papers are ready. So 196 articles were listed using the search key phrases. Now we say that, hey, you can go and evaluate the papers. So here an LLM goes through all of these papers one by one. You can say what LLM do you want it to be. You'll have the selection here. GPT-4o, GPT-4o mini for long context and short context. So this is the short context. This is where the LLM is just doesn't need to be long context. So it goes through them one by one, And if we want to save some money, you can just pick 4O mini for the shorter context, and then goes through them one by one, and it generates some sort of score saying that how relevant each paper is. While this is being done, all of these results are being saved in your folder here, right? So you can go here and then see that, hey, these are the papers this is found, this is the self-alignment, this is the summary that has been generated, and then literature review, search phrases, everything that has been done. You can go and review them. You review them here, and they're being populated one by one. So this bit takes a bit of time, because the basically the research assistant with all the capacity and skill set that you assigned to the digital research assistant is going through all of these papers, reading them one by one, and giving them a score. How relevant each paper is to your idea, or how useful that paper is to your idea. Takes a bit of time. It goes through them. Takes 4 minutes, but you can imagine that this step is time-consuming step anyway, even for a real research assistant, going through the papers, reading them one by one. 196 papers. That you can definitely expand. You can say that I want you to go all the way back to, I don't know, the year 2000. You can end up with hundreds, thousands of papers. But that becomes a matter of money and time that you want to spend on this. That the digital research assistant is charging you essentially based on OpenAI rate that is using in this backend, reading through the papers. We'll just wait until this step is done. So once it's done, we will give the scores. We will check the scores together. We look at okay, so this is our research assistant think or believes that these are the scores, but do we agree? We go there. If you have time, you can have a look at the scores, change them, improve, like increase some of them, decrease them if you want, and then go to writing the literature review. So let's see, how is this doing? Yep, 50%. So probably if you put the GPT-4 on mini, it would go much faster. You can even change the papers, add them or remove some of them if you want. I didn't do that, but the papers are basically here, right? So so you will see. I mean, the papers are not ready yet, and these are from my previous runs. But you will see that it will put all the papers here with the ranking, and then you can go there and change the papers or change the ranking or add to them, or just use the graphic to do so. But in the future, if you close this app and you change stuff there and then come back here and click on the right radio button, then you can basically continue from where you were before. %. You can imagine this can help you in the literature review and searching the literature. It is a little bit limited because it only does that on the abstract of the papers. Because it's only the abstract that is available through Google Scholar or Semantic Scholar or PubMed. But that is still a good first step for looking into like filtering what you want to look into. This should be close to finish. So it's done. Now you see that you have the scores and relevance of each paper. And some of them are unknown that it will be excluded, and that's because of some errors that the generated format is not readable. Now we filter papers for review. So it only uses the high and very high, the ones that are scored high or very high, and making sure that they are not really old and having some settings for the number of citations. Now you can go to write, and then you say that, hey, I want you to write like a literature review, which is like 3,900 tokens, let's say, and it gives you an estimate of how much it will cost. So it tells me that it has costed me like 40 cents so far. And then we just say, write a literature review. And there we go. So we have the literature review. The field of persona-based alignment is this and that. Gives you all the references, and all the references here. It writes a short literature review for you, and then you can go and chat with the digital assistant. Okay, based on the review you did, what do you think of the idea? Is it novel in your opinion? So in future, you can imagine you can chat with the system, you have voice and image and all of those, but this is just a chat. So based on the article, it appears that the idea of self and based on a specific user persona is relatively novel concept. It is relatively novel. It's not really novel, but it is relatively novel. While there are existing papers touch on the aspect of alignment, personalization, and user preferences, for the persona-based alignment in LLM seems to be unique and innovative. Okay, so what to ensure the distinguishing factors come across clearly from current literature. You can see that this model now has all this new literature. It just did a research, right? So it is ready with all of those research, all of those knowledge, and its context, of course. It's not knowledge like as an ingested to the model, but it knows all of that knowledge now. It can answer you a lot of questions about what you are doing now, and really assist you in making your idea like more ready to present. So